Special thanks to Acer 2020 for the suggestion. Sorry it took so long to get to it.
Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? It's the idea that one small change can lead on to far bigger impacts. I personally believe in it, and I want to set out to prove it. But first, a bit of history. I want to set the record straight as to what happened for us to get to this point. Many years ago, my friend Caillou cheated and failed a math test and was going to be sent to the boarding school Billsworth Academy.
All packed up?
Yeah, Dad. I can't believe you're serious about this whole thing.
You pushed me over the edge, Caillou. The fact you had to rely on cheating in order to cover a lie. I'm through dealing with you.
Just get me over there already.
Gladly. We're here. Now get your stuff. This will be your new home now.
Billsworth Academy. Really rolls off the tongue. Geez. So much for an emotional goodbye. Well, best be heading on in.
What do we have here? A new student?
Yeah. How could you tell?
The fact you're out of uniform gave it away.
True. Guess I don't have one yet.
You better get to Dr. Crable Snitch's office. The prefects aren't exactly friendly around here.
Heh. Thanks. I guess.
Name's Gary, and you are?
Caillou.
Meet me in the boys' dorm later when you get situated. We got a lot to talk about.
And why would I want to talk with you?
Trust me, in this school you're going to need every friend you can get. And something tells me that we can possibly come to a mutually beneficial relationship, as they say.
I'll think about it.
From what Caillou told me, he was at the right place at the right time to meet Gary. I strongly believe that he had a huge influence on his future behavior. Gary was cold and calculating and a planner. Good traits for a future ruler.
So you're our new student, Caillou. Allow me to take a look at your file. My, you have quite the record not only with school but with the law too. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Yeah, it's kinda my deal.
And mine is fixing boys like you. I have a feeling that we might get to know each other quite well.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
Oh, but it will be. Because I'll make sure you keep your nose clean.
You're going to make sure I don't have boogers?
Guess I expected too much for you to understand that. No, I mean, you're going to behave properly.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Go and get your uniform and schedule. Then get to the boys' dorm room. You'll have your first class tomorrow.
Seems like you got your uniform on. Gotta say, almost don't recognize you when you have that on.
It'll take some time to get used to it.
I'm sure. Now then, going back to what I wanted to talk to you about. I have a plan.
What kind of plan?
Want to take over the school. I was just looking for a new partner, shall we say.
I'm listening.
Glad you're so agreeable, Caillou. Maybe you might actually be useful.
What do you mean by that?
You probably aren't the best at fighting, but words can be just as effective. Something tells me that's where your true strength lies.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Well, we're going to put it to the test. I hope you're ready.
Gary soon put Caillou to work. One thing Caillou had was charisma. Gary realized it about him and often used him to talk. Needless to say, he got plenty of use in him, especially in trying to sway students.
Listen, Caillou, the first part of my plan is to get all the school groups on our side. Only problem is, let's just say I already have someone working against me on that.
Why? What happened?
You don't want to know. Besides, don't ask questions unless you're prepared for the answer.
So back to what you want me to do then.
All you need to know is that there's this kid named Jimmy Hopkins working against me. We need to find a way to turn the other groups against him.
Alright, so what do you propose?
Figured we can start with the preps. Jimmy has already helped the nerds out a lot, so it's best we start with them before he gets a chance to get them on his side too.
Makes sense. So, what do you think would be the best way to get under their skin?
They're particularly vulnerable to insults about their family. I say start there.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Sorry, I don't associate myself with anyone who isn't in the same tax bracket as my family.
Well, okay, guess you don't want to hear what Jimmy said about your family.
I talked with him not too long ago. We were going to Akatrik's house. What did he say?
He says that your family is inbred.
What?
He also said you have web feet, and that he'll be taking your friends down when you least expect it.
I knew there was something going on. The fact that Jimmy wanted to get into our group all of a sudden was suspicious to begin with, and now this just proves it. If you'll excuse me, I have some business to take care of.
Well, look at you, the little manipulator. Keep doing work like that and we'll be going places.
Kinda didn't feel right lying like that. But whatever works, you know?
Trust me, it'll all be worth it. I just need to make sure I push the envelope, so I'll see you around.
From that point on, Gary continued to use Caillou to try to get in the way of Jimmy Hopkins. Caillou was able to get many of the different school groups to turn on Jimmy. However, this would only last for so long, and eventually Caillou and Gary's partnership would turn for the worse.
Gary, we need to talk.
What is it, Caillou? My plan is nearly complete to throw the school into a revolution.
That's what I wanted to talk about, my role and position in this. I kind of feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick here.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not like I planned this whole entire thing out. Caillou, you had your role and you need to stick with it. Frankly, you're lucky as it is to be in the position you are in now.
Look, Gary, give me some more power or I'm quitting.
I don't even need you anymore. You can leave for all I care. I'll just be the sole leader then.
Yeah, good luck on your own. Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
From then on, Gary would attempt to carry out the school revolution himself. However, Jimmy came and prevented it with the help of some friends. Since Caillou broke ties with Gary before it happened, Caillou didn't get the blame for the school revolution. So, Caillou continued to attend school just a normal student. Now you may be wondering if Caillou's parents ever tried to reconnect with him. And they did. However, Caillou refused to speak with them.
Boris, come on, we should give him a call.
Fine, but you do the talking.
He's as much as your son as he is mine. For the record, I thought we agreed to have him there for only a few months.
All right, I guess you're right.
Caillou, phone call. It's from your parents.
I don't want to talk to them. Put it on voicemail.
There is no voicemail, it's a public phone.
Then hang up.
I'm sorry, your son doesn't wish to speak with you.
What's wrong?
Caillou doesn't even want to talk to us.
Well, maybe he will come around on his own. We can try again and there might be a time for us to reconcile.
I hope you're right.
Unfortunately for them, that time would never come. They tried to reconnect with Caillou many times, but to no avail. Caillou would eventually graduate from Bullsworth Academy with above-average grades. After what happened with Gary, Caillou mainly stayed in the background, slowly but surely developing his skills. However, he never really stopped doing what he did with Gary later in life. Caillou soon became an expert in speech and an expert in the art of playing the blame game. So much so that he soon climbed up the ranks in politics.
As the representative of the city council, I ask everyone to please listen. There has been a lot of talk about why the government hasn't been able to expand our health care, and the truth is, the mayor is in the way. For years the mayor has taken bribes from the bigwigs and corporate heads. It's about time that we take back the government and make the change that we need to. Now I know I might get fired for this, and if so, so be it. But the truth must be told. I'm relying on you to vote for the future. Admit it, you just bribe voters. I mean, that's what I would do if I wanted to play dirty.
I have never in my life bribed anyone or have been bribed by anyone.
Actually, it all makes too much sense. You get money from the big corporations, which you then in turn give to your voters. Circle of money, as they say.
Ludicrous. My record is squeaky clean.
No, it isn't. You bought the suit you're wearing from the money that was meant for the staff break room in City Hall. I would know.
Come on. Let's get back on topic.
I'm completely overwhelmed by the amount of support I've been getting in the past few years. Rest assured that I will fight for all of you and continue to push for what we want. In the meantime, I think it's important again to address my opponents as well. You can't hide from me because I'm coming for you, and you can't stop the wave of change that's coming.
Caillou's rise to power was nothing short of impressive. Trust me when I say, I'm sure whatever change that I make to Caillou's future, I'm sure he'll be fine. Caillou truly established himself as a man of action and a leader, even early in his career. As Caillou got older, and as he was starting to get closer and closer to the top spot, he also had one other thing that started to show. His interest in technology. Eventually he got himself a cybernetic eye. Not because he needed it, but because he wanted it.
This is so cool. I love these new fashion trends. Glad the new Roman look is back.
And then came Caillou's election. He fought long and hard and ended up actually winning the presidency. However, with his overwhelming popularity, he soon made it a position for life. Coupled with his expansion of presidential powers made him to where we are today. And that's where I come in.
Sir, I would like to introduce you to Carl, your kind artificial robot lieutenant.
Excellent. Bring him in.
It is a pleasure to be working with you, Caillou. My job is to help you 24/7 with whatever issues you have.
Wonderful. This is just what I wanted.
I'll give you the chance to get to know him. Your input is going to be valuable as we're planning on making them commercially available.
Thank you. I'll let you know if I need anything.
And boy, did he tell me everything. You see, since Caillou never really had many people in his life that would sit down and listen to him, he was almost desperate to have someone non-judgmental actually talk with him. Someone he could share his thoughts and secrets with. And so, that is how I know all of this stuff that he is telling me today. I was one of Caillou's few friends he could truly trust.
You know, Carl, I never intended for things to be this way.
What do you mean?
For as much as I enjoy the feeling of having the power to do whatever, I still wish I had a normal job in childhood. I didn't think I would be sitting here with you today.
I see. What is one thing you would have changed in your life?
That's easy. I would have not cheated and just studied for that math test all those years ago. If I never cheated, I would have never gone to Bullsworth.
But, you also wouldn't be where you're at today if you didn't go there.
I know, and you can't exactly separate the good from the bad in this case. But, as they say, the future marches forward. Well, unless they can get the time machine working.
I wonder if they can get it to an operable state.
I wonder too. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
And so, that's why I plan on going back to the past to ensure Caillou passes that math test. I'm not doing this out of disloyalty, but instead because I think Caillou deserves it. He deserves to be happy just as anyone else. In the end, I know I am doing the right thing, and I'm setting Caillou on the right track despite the risks of using the experimental time machine. If my mission is successful, then no need to share this. If it fails, please share this along. I don't want people to give up on Caillou. Here goes nothing. End of vlog.